Hello everyone, Mega Man Sonic X here, and sorry for not recording for the last few days, but life wasn't giving me lemons to make lemonade. Oh, but today the lemons came. Therefore, let us continue.
This must be it!
Are you ready?
Ready for what?
If you remove that sword and defeat King Arthur with it, you shall forever be the worst of knights, slayer of kings.
Guess I can't be the hero every time. The sacred sword.
It goes by the name Caliburn.
That's kinda sorry looking. Fool! Ah!
You are the chosen one. You are but a squire.
Oh yeah? Says you.
The sword has a mind of its own. It selects its bearer.
Yeah, well, it's got a pretty smart mouth on it for a sword.
The impertinent one is you, knave. Brace yourself, for I shall train you until you are worthy.
All right, Professor. Work your magic.
Again with the plot holes. If I'm just now getting the story, what the heck was that sword I've been using?
Now, let us see the power of your so-called sacred
Especially
sword.
if the sword I was using certainly wasn't a piece of pipe.
After him.
Okay, so first boss, simple of course, just chase him down. Now when you get to these sections, you're gonna shake the Wii remote when it says to do so on screen. And then we'll press A, and thus you go.
You'll never get away. Pursue me
Yep.
at your own peril.
Between now and this one, yeah, there are those 3 enemies there. They're nothing. They're just for stall war. Ah,
How is your
I'm hurting my armor. I'm getting too into it.
You're not gonna lose me.
Of course, we got a little grind section, despite it not being important. And thus we go. That third swing for your first time, it can catch you off guard. Remember, I kept getting thrown back the very first time I played this game. You have a little, between the second swing and the third swing, there's a slight delay. And when you do it, exact second, you see the shaky thingy. That's where you want to shake. If you're even like a few frames off, it'll basically knock you back. Unless we have enough points, we can press plus to identify all. And we get 2 new items, and we are done here. These items, we will have cutscene first.
This could go on forever. You sure you're a sacred sword?
It is you, sir, who lacks the proper fighting skills.
Ha! A fool of a knight, not even worth slaying.
You see, he thinks so too.
Well, it's your fault. You're a sad excuse for a teacher.
For as long as he bears that scabbard, we may never be able to defeat King Arthur.
So what are we gonna do?
We must ask the scabbard's former owner how to hinder its power.
And who would that be?
Nemu, the Lady of the Lake, the one I mentioned earlier.
What are we waiting for? Let's go pay her a little visit.
I fear it may not be as simple as that.
What do you mean?
You shall see for yourself. Onward, my young knave.
Stop calling me Knave! I'm Sonic the Hedgehog!
Very well then, I shall call you Knave, the Hedgehog.
Whatever, you oversized letter opener.
And now I just forgot completely what I was going to say. Oh yeah, some of the items we get after completing a stage, we will be able to equip. Others will be used in the second half of the game, I believe, as power-ups. Or weapon upgrades. Anyways, now we get into more sword tutorials, despite the fact that we've been going through some already.
I bet I could use that for
And again, useless apples are useless because they don't fill up your night gauge, which A, we don't have yet, and B, the option was changed to red berries, and yet the apples are still left in the game.
Keep swinging.
Like I said, they once had the ability, they were once the pearls, but now are useless. The pigs. Those. As much fun as it is to have a pig roast, do not slay the pigs. That will show bad on your night ranking. We'll get more into that once we get further into the game. Basically, there are icons that show the type of knight you are, and we do not want them to look like, well, like we are a bad knight. As I was gonna say for the pigs, I forget it. When you get to those pigs, just press Z to guard there. We don't need to slay them.
Just made it.
Yeah, we can have them run into us and commit suicide, but we can't slay them. Yeah, we have enough ID points, so let's identify a moist cookie and a tart. I could go for the cookie. Fuck yes.
I suppose something must be done about this.
What are you talking about?
My edge has grown blunt. Being in that rock for so long has taken its toll.
Ha! Not the sharpest tool in the shed, huh?
That's because a gentleman shouldn't have such an edge.
Gentlemen? Who are you calling gentlemen?
Seek out the blacksmith in the castle town. I must be presentable when we meet the Lady of the Lake.
What are you gonna do, Merlina? Merlina? Hello?
Why do flowers bloom, knowing they are destined to wither?
Huh?
Their time of beauty is so short-lived. Forgive me, Sonic. But I would be recognized in town. I shall remain behind in hiding.
All right, then I guess it's so long for now.
Yes. May your journey be safe.
Aw, poor Merlina. And we unlock some stuff. Castle Camelot, which is the next world / area we're going. And battle mode, that's for 2-player, which I cannot do right now. Anyways, on to Castle Camelot, which has probably one of my favorite pieces of music for the early part of the game. It's not my favorite, but it's really good. I like it.
All right, time to find a blacksmith.
Something is wrong here. Better be careful.
Nah, really? Are you sure these knights in armor and disappear into purplish smoke when we slay them, not citizens? Yeah, here we get introduced to new citizens. Let's see if I can counter them. Yeah. Come on, Z button. Okay, maybe they can knock you out of a counter. These guys pushing physics are going to get awfully annoying. And if they're not annoying now, they shall be later on in the game. Yeah, cheap shop. So what? Speaking of cheap shops, if you take one like counter from behind, or I'm not sure if first attack, it for some reason seems evil. This guy, we can't talk to him right now, but we shall get more into that slightly later on in the game. In fact, I think the mission where we could do that is actually in this world. Oh wait, I was trying to see if I could thrust, but I don't think I have that ability yet. If that is an unlockable ability. Yeah, I feel like me, you're not going to be using the guarding feature that much. I'm just gonna run by you like you don't exist and slaughter all of you. Again, do not attack the townspeople. They have feelings too, despite how unhumanly they may look.
We're trapped on this bridge.
No problem. I'll just barrel right through them.
Can I talk to any of you? No, not yet, I guess. Like I said, later on, very slightly later on in the game, we will be able to talk to the townspeople in the stage and give them stuff. They'll give us presents, and it shows up on our night ranking. Unfortunately, as good as idea that seems, there actually isn't that many places where you do talk to the townspeople and that stuff. There's only like I think like only 2 of the worlds use that or something, 2 or 3. I know it didn't get used as much as it should have been. Oh. Okay, Soul Surge, new soul acquired. We'll get into that later. Efficiency, night level increased. Emblem editor, basically edit your symbols, just like a little extra. Gallery. And new special tiles been added. Yeah, now we start getting into marks onto our night card. Marks like these are bad. You do not want them if they're like black and reddish. And for some reason, killing enemies first or getting double hits is considered bad. I do not know why. Got 5 points left. Can't get that. Unlock this. Oh, that was just a tart. Unfortunately, you can't go back. No refunds.
Hey, Tails! No, it can't be. This is the smithy, right?
It sure is. Welcome, Sir Knight.
He is no knight. At least not yet.
Says you.
What a magnificent sword! I've never seen one that talks before.
Oh, it talks all right.
I know a fine blade when I see it. I am a blacksmith after all.
Great. Think you could sharpen this dull piece of rust?
Fool! It is you who is dull.
Of course I could. Now, what's the sword's name?
Caliburn.
Where have I heard that name before?
Sorry, but could you speed it up a bit? We're kind of in a hurry.
Sure, leave it to me.
Has it ever occurred to you it's from a legend? You get to play as a new character in battle mode. That unlocks health, I think. And now the blacksmith shop is open, so now we could attach or equip items. Shooting Soul Search, and we also got our Soul Search gauge. This is what those red apples would have filled up in the E3 beta build, but that was actually removed. In fact, they only appear in like those tutorial missions in Misty Lake. Those apples are never seen again in the game. Instead, red fairies adds to yours. So now we go to the blacksmith. We still can't change character, as comes later. Anyways, now we can go, and as you can see here, equipment and stats. I don't remember what stats is. Oh. Here you can see each character's skills. Gray skills cannot be used yet. So, the bottom ones are ranking, and then we have Night Style, and then 2 others which are unlocked. And here, like secret rings, it shows. Wait. Oh, never mind. This just shows basically what skills we have, or something. No, I don't exactly know. Oh, well, let's see. Up the top right, it shows our level and how many more followers or EXP we need until then, let's go to the equipment. Here you can adjust settings of equipable items. Items can be gained and defeated with the enemies within missions. Unfortunately, this is our only one. Weapon identification cheaper. It seems okay early on in the game. So let's equip it. Mostly because it's the only one we have. And back we go. And let us start the next level. Finish using Soul Surge on the ground. So remember Time Break and... yeah, the red fairies are the ones that collect on. Which will give us our... fill up our soul gauge, as you can see. So if we remember how the soul gauge and... which we call it this... no, not the soul gauge. The time break and speed break mechanics works. This is the same thing except there's only one and there's only attack. You're going to want to attack right when the cursor turns white. That... nah, really, Sonic. I was just magically filling up my own with yellow fairies. Anyways, you're going to want to attack right when the cursor turns white. When you do that, it basically freezes the thing, the soul gauge, so basically if you use it right then, it doesn't deplete it when you're attacking. You can see. And if I remember correctly, I think it actually fills up the soul gauge slightly bit later on. I could be mistaken, it's been too long since I played this. Yeah, basically, attacking when the enemies are white, it will basically freeze the soul gauge, so you can get in slightly more hits. Also, yeah, like I said in the instructions, you hold B and shake the Wii remote to activate the soul surge. Ooh, we have enough to identify all. And then, you know, maybe I should stop talking to actually remember what I was gonna say. Now we use Soul Surge in the air. So yeah, just try to counter when the cursor is white. That's the best timing, I could say. And in fact, in the next world, I think there's actually a tutorial that tells us this. So yeah, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but just to let you know. See, it basically freezes it, then if I were to attack head on. Well yeah, it does fill it up a little, that's right. And so, attacking head on, it still depletes rapidly, but if you counter it or whatever, it will freeze it for a short while. So you can get it up. Cheap! So yeah, I guess if you counter at the perfect time, it will fill it up. Sorry. Failed.
I guess I'll hold back for now.
Yeah, I do not know what that is. Let's try again.
You ready,
Let's see
Caliburn?
if we don't have another choice. Oh, it's probably from when I attacked those soldiers on the ground. I don't know why, because I thought it would work. I thought it was easy to accomplish the goal once, and it does it. Yeah, on the left side, what I sort of liked about the game is that it shows you the points you're racking up for. I'm just gonna skip you. There we go. Don't know what happened. Max chain hit 9. 5 starred at least. Deep Woods, new mission. That is our next world that we shall be going to. Finish flash identification. And we are done here. So let's see, what time are we running at? Oh well. In the next episode, we shall be going into the third world, which is the Deep Woods. Until then, I shall see everyone later.